Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 18 of our modded 1.6.4 series. I'm Illusion, and getting ready to finish making our first Bealizer. So, we're gonna kind of pick up where we left last episode, still working on the bee factory, and we're gonna work on power generation and getting power up there. So, I'll work on the bees for just a minute. I got some new mutations. So I came back between episodes and actually made a little bit of stairs to this, make it a little bit easier to get up, makes it look a little nicer. Still haven't put the spruce back in yet, but I need to do that. Just hadn't been on the priority list. I still need to get some more spruce. So let's come in here. Let's see. That should be commons. I got pure common now. I got that working. This, I already got some diligent and nobles. But you know, I don't have the honey drops for that, so I can't use it. But at least got it made. This should be a mutation based on what I have, and then I have pure cultivated. So let me stick a common in here, see if we can get some more mutations of a diligent, and let's go ahead and see if we can get a pure diligent out of this. So once we make a centrifuge, I'll get some honey, and we'll see where we're at with these. I brought these soul frames for that. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Okay. As you see, it's still on the server alone today. Hotag actually has been sick, so that's why he hasn't been on. He hasn't actually been on about a week, so I talked to him yesterday, and he says he should be back soon. So let's get to work. So I told you I had a really cool idea about getting power up there, so we're gonna go right into that today, or for this episode, and then we'll just kind of keep working as long as we have time. So let me go ahead and tell you how we're gonna do it. That way you can kind of see as I craft through. I've crafted several things, but it's still not 100% complete. So basically what I'm going to do is have, you saw that I put rail systems along the stairs over there. Basically I'm going to take an MFE cart, take power from the power generation over here, and ship it up there through a cart. So I've always wanted to play with Railcraft a little bit more, so this will be a great opportunity. So let's go ahead and get started with that. First thing we're going to need is some MFEs. So let's go ahead and get that in there, and we're going to need 4 energy crystals. Correction, 8. Let's go ahead and get those made, because we're going to need 1 MFE for the cart, and then 1 MFE for the receiving end. So do have a cart already ready for this. So there's our MFE cart. So got that. We're going to need some glass fiber. Need more at least. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I want. That should work. And we need to get some energy loaders and unloaders. So the energy loaders, they can support a max of 512 EU a tick without any upgrades. So that's why we're going to stick with the MFE card instead of MFSU card. Because really we don't want to be transporting 40 million EU at a time. That's a little bit excessive. So, so we'll get the energy loaders and unloaders. So need a couple more of those. 12 batteries. So let's make these first. So make 2 of these. I need some hoppers. Okay, need some iron plates. So I'm going to stick some iron plates in through the plate bender. Like I said, I've made a good portion of this material before I started recording, but not all of it. Let's go ahead and bang those in there, let those work through. And then I wonder if I set this up to make batteries yet. I did. Okay. So that's good. We're going to need 12 batteries. So we'll go ahead and get those working. Probably is going to need some 10 plates. Well, maybe. Come on, up. Or I'm still having that weird bug with the ME cable. Oh, it was working fine a minute ago. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, always an adventure. Let's jump back up here. So again, we've filled up the ethanol tank again, and it's kind of a slow down in production. We have a whole bunch of saplings in the network. Okay. Okay, so it's processing 10 plates. Perfect, that's what I wanted it to do. So let's finish making that other hopper now. There we go. What else did we need? Some of those. Okay. Some basic machine casings. Get 2 of those. Wait for these batteries to finish off. So that's our unloader. So now we're going to need a loader. So let those finish making, and let's make something else on this other screen. And we're going to need some carpenters. Nope, that's not what I want. So let's make like 5 for now. I'm going to make, so we're going to have 1 for water. Do we really need 1 for water? No, we don't need 1. We'll just make 2. 1 for seed oil and 1 for honey. So we'll just make 2 of those. And let's see. Oh. Type in some engines. So I already got this set up to make electrical engines. So now that we're going to send IC2 power with the MFE card up there, have an MFE up there to receive it and be the starting point, and then use electrical engines to take the EU and turn it over into MJs. So it's going to be we're going to use a lot of mods with this system. So, but it's going to be fun. Actually, it's going to be 6 different mods. I sat and figured it out. So, but it's going to be fun. So we're just going to do it step by step and basically spend the episode setting this up. Come on. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. Battery. Okay, so what's going on with the batteries? We're waiting on 10. Okay. Yeah, this bug with the auto crafting system is getting a little annoying, but I did see the newest version just got pushed out. I think RV 14, I believe. So we'll probably, next time we do a big update and upgrade, which is coming soon because there's several mods that need to be added to the server, but since Hotag's been away, everything's been put on hold, which is fine. we'll go ahead and update to RV14 and see if that is just a bug unique to our version. So let me break and replace this again. Okay. So we have some templates coming through. We actually have 32, so we shouldn't have any. And then we have enough cable. So we need 4 more. See? Okay, so we got energy loader, energy unloader. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and get those engines crafting. I have 5 of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and start setting this up, and I need my spray paint. And then we'll hop downstairs and start working on this setup. So we're going to need a loader. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and hop downstairs. So you can see I already have laid all the track down here and found a good place, and I have a, I hope this is right, a holding track. I believe it is. And hopefully this is correct, just like the other loaders from normal railcraft. Okay. That's actually not connecting. Interesting. Okay, well. Alright, whatever. And I don't have anything to stand on. We'll just do it this way. So I'm just going to run this along so I can actually walk under it. A little spray paint here, a little bit of spray paint there. It's because I'm going to be pulling off of the this transformer right here, and this is 512 on this side, and this is banging it down to 128. So I'll just go ahead and pull off the transformer, the 128 side of it. Or let's just go ahead and pull the 512 side. Why not? Okay. So let's click on this. So this is already filling up its internal buffer, which is good. So I want it to hold when empty. Or sorry, top off. I don't know. We'll have to play with this. Okay. So not transferring any. Oh, look at that. This MFE card only has 600,000, even though a normal MFE has a 4 million. Interesting. Okay. Well, you know what? Let me figure out what I'm doing wrong here, and I'll bring you back in just a second. Okay, guys, I'm back. Actually, just shouldn't even stop the camera. I just had to move it. Basically, it's not like normal item loaders and unloaders from the other version of Railcraft. So you actually had to that little looked like a socket. That's actually where it had to be plugged into. So now we got good power going in. But it's interesting. It's only 600,000, but that's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. So cool, got that good and running. So I'm actually going ahead and I don't want it to take off yet. So let me go ahead and break that redstone torch so it does not take off because I don't have anywhere for it to go yet. So got this side of it set up, so let's go ahead and jump upstairs and get going. Okay, so that is okay. Alright, so we'll come back and fix that in just a second. So let's jump upstairs. Actually, I got a better idea. Now I'll go around. And then we'll go ahead and set up the energy unloader and route it to a MFE. And that will be our storage bank for power in the bee factory. And remember we had the sheep right here. I just put the sheep in there with the cows because we had to take out MISC peripherals, so basically that was a turtle automatically shearing the sheep. Since we took out MISC peripherals, it wasn't really doing anything, so the sheep were just sitting there just doing nothing. So went ahead and cut out a little area and have this set up. So we'll do energy unloader, and I gotta see if this is the same or if it's different too. Okay, so it's just like the other one where you got to use this little interface, which means I have to have it up there. Come on. Okay, so where we got that, and I'll go ahead and I did not bring down the track though. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the camera and I'm actually going to go get the rest of the material so we can actually, once the MFE carts gets up here, we can actually start making all the stuff. So let me finish gathering up the rest of the materials and I'll meet you back here in just a second. Okay guys, well I just finished hooking up the receiving side and put down the track, and I just shipped the cart off. So let's get over there and meet it and make sure I set it up right, really. I've never actually done any kind of in-depth railcraft loading and unloading, so okay, that was weird. No, that's why. Doing a saving the server. So hopefully, get up here. Thing worked okay. Then it should be unloading its power. Hopefully, that's the plan. That it is. So it's offloaded 100,000. Okay, so I'll go ahead and get rid of this. So I'm going to set up. So I actually made a capacitor bank, 4 of them, some electrical engines, some gates, and some conduit. And so let's see if we can get this thing set up. Made some elevator blocks too. So I want to go this here. Okay. Okay, so that should be outputting the power to the MFE, which it is. Alright, everything's looking good there. Okay, well I'm liking the way this works, and I just want to make sure that this is going to send it on its way once it's done. So let's get rid of this torch for now. And once we get this all set up, then of course I'll come back and clean up the walls and make it look pretty, and the usual stuff. Okay. So some wood kinesis pipes. Go here. Ooh, I went the wrong way. Interesting. Okay, well, so it worked, just needs it to go the other way, which probably is me not doing it right. So let's try this. Go on, little cart. Go get some more power. Alright, so let's get down some electrical engines. And electrical engines can take any voltage of power, which is good. That's we're outputting at 512. And I did forget something back in the factory. Alright, so let's combine all these to one capacitor bank. Okay, so now we have 1,000,000 EU of storage right there. We can output up to 400 EU or 400 MJs. So I gotta go get the circuit boards for all these things because, you know, this pulls 6 EU a tick to put out 2 MJs. Of course, that's not good enough, so we're not gonna do that. So let's run back once again and grab those circuit boards. We'll just run across the roof. There's actually a hole in the roof. I came by here and was doing a little bit of work, and there's a creeper on the roof and blew up the roof. I have not got around to repairing it. So circuit boards, I think I put everything in here. Yes. And I grabbed some 10 tubes, which are in here. And I just need 5 of those, please. Okay, let's check this again. Let's make sure. I don't think I had it set up right down here either. That's why it went the wrong way. So let me just double check it. Yep. So just shove it back on the tracks. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. So hopefully that'll prevent it from going the wrong way. So again, you're seeing me kind of do this for the first time, just like if you were doing it. So jump back to back over there. Let me make sure I got everything I need. I'll go ahead and make a centrifuge as well, so we can start processing some of those combs. Oh, there we go. Okay, centrifuge. And we'll get some of these all wired up. And if we have enough time, then we'll go ahead and install an AE network. In fact, I just might make this a little bit longer episode and do quite a few things. It's basically kind of getting this place up and operational as far as a power and logistics side. Okay. Let's jump down back in our hole. Okay. How are we doing? Okay. Interesting. Well, that still is not working like I want it to, but I could fix that off camera. You guys can see the gist of it at least. Alright, so got 5 boards, so I'm going to have electric engine, so we have 2 boost and 1 efficiency, or I'm sorry, okay. So drop a board in there. Okay. And always put your tubes in first before you put your board in. Yeah, I can just stack those. Makes it easier. There we go. And last one. Okay. There we go. So we'll go ahead and put these in here. And hopefully these will not be having too much of an issue. Okay. And so now this is yet to be seen. I have not tested this at all, so this will be definitely something interesting. So basically what I want to do is have power requested and rest. Okay, so that is going to work. I just didn't know if the gate was going to read this, which looks like it is, which is great news. So basically these gates will prevent, hopefully prevent any issues here. Power requested, and then we'll see what kind of power we're making out of this. I believe I had it to 60 EU a tick. Power requested. Okay, so each one of these should be 12. Of course. Well, you're just going to take my word for it. That's putting out 12 MJs right now. And so total is putting out 60 MJs, which is kind of nice. So I just got to fix this because we're going to be, since we're not getting power back and forth. So, awesome. So let's get you back on the track. Get you moving. I wonder if it's because well, I'm not sure. Go on, get some power. Awesome. So I'm glad this is working pretty well. So let's jump upstairs and let's go ahead and start plopping down some of these machines and getting them wired up. Oh, look at all the creepers. That's always a nice little surprise. Baby creepers. Baby creeper, get away from my tracks. So what I'm going to have is this, basically this little area right here is going to be the kind of the area where you can control what's going on. Let's get a little food, not that. So what I want to have is the genetic machines and the extra B machines across the back, and have the centrifuges and everything up, and the carpenters up front. So let's put them down right there. So 1, 2, so that should be good right there. And conduit. Well, it worked coming back, so maybe I need to switch this. I have no idea. So let's switch to the energy conduit. Oh, these should hook up very nicely. There we go. And these are going to output at, let's just say 100 for now. So cool. So we got power to those machines. And then of course we can run power along here. And then just tie into it whenever we have those extra B machines set up. And one last thing I want to do Just not sure. Okay. Just wanted to make sure we weren't getting too much heat, but I think we're good. Should be good. Okay. Can't click on this for some reason. There we go. See, that's odd. I wonder if it's this track right here, this booster track that's interfering. I don't know. So one last thing I want to do, and I actually may do it right here in this corner. Might come back and move this later, but for now, elevator block. I'll just close this in right here. So awesome. So that is our starting of our little command area, and then we'll have our genetic machines across the back, and this will just kind of make this into a U shape. So cool. So we did not set the centrifuge, so that's actually we're gonna have to move that. I don't like that placement. So eventually we're gonna have this with export buses, but let me go ahead and just stick this here for a second so we can actually get some honey. And then I can actually use my idealizer. All right. So it's a pretty cool setup. I just got to figure out what's going on with that that energy unloader, and you guys are probably screaming at me to do what to do, but again, I just started learning this. Awesome. And we almost have 400,000 MJs stored up. So, cool. So let me check the time, and if we have enough time, then I'll come back and get some applied energistics, and we'll actually get that up and going too. And I'm going to see if I can figure out what's going on with this energy unloader. See if I can make this work seamless like I had planned as far as getting power. So, be back in just a second. Okay guys, we're back. So it looks like we're getting pretty close to the end of the episode. So this is a holding track, so I'm questioning whether I'm using the right track. So I'm actually have to go look this up and make sure I'm doing it right. But put a separate track here, just send it off and see when it gets back here in a minute. And we're just about out of power. So I went ahead and made a ME controller, so I'll go ahead and stick that down here. And we will call that the end of episode 18. It'll give me a chance to go figure out what's going on here and get this sorted out before we jump right back into episode 19. So again, thanks for joining me. Hope you like this little power project we got going on. Got 6 different mods. Get Railcraft, Buildcraft, and Ender IO, Applied Energistics, and Forestry, and IC2, and yeah, it's like 6 or 7 mods that we got all kind of built together. So it's kind of like a fun little project. I like these technical builds. That's kind of what I enjoy doing. Not the prettiest builder, but as far as a technical build. So let's see what we got here. We have nobles and diligence. Let's see what we have here. We'll end the episode here. Noble, diligent. Noble, diligent. Diligent, diligent. Okay, so what do we have down here on the end? Okay. So we might be able to end this episode with getting close to diligence and nobles. So we have purebred there. Okay, a hybrid. So diligent, noble. So let's put them over here. Okay, so you know what? We'll just send these back through and you know, continue to work down this B line. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and my blog, and all that good stuff. You know the deal. And I will see you guys next time.